I'm gonna be so honest with you. Your mic is like just dead. I, I
Great.
can't even fucking
Well,
hear you. It's
I
that
love it.
bad.
It's awesome. Great.
It's just like, dude. It's like, bitch. Oh, when you hear this back, you'll be like, oh, it's so bad. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an actual review. Ooh. Oh God.
Oh yeah. No, I want to read this. I have passionate hate for this.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Please. You should fire it. Yes. Yes. You fucking should. Um, Anyways, we paid for Overwatch. We supported it through its lifespan. It was popular and liked by its community and turned in a happy profit each year. When Blizzard announced Overwatch 2, the new feature they announced, the entire promise that made it worth the sequel treatment, was the PvE campaign. Your talent tree, customizable abilities, an expansive co-op campaign to the story and lore. We were told it was going to be so much work that they wouldn't be putting out updates for Overwatch anymore. They were reallocating the staff to work on this new project. With no updates and no content, Overwatch started to get stale. People were tired and bored, spending less time in the game, or just moving on. Many of us stuck with the product, playing a little each week just to keep fresh, waiting for the new campaign mode. For a lot of us, playing became a chore, something we were doing out of habit, so we'd be ready for the new campaign. But the new campaign wasn't the premise that established. It was the pretext. It was a fucking lie. Blizzard abandoned the PvE campaign a full year before Overwatch 2 launched, but continued to push it in marketing as the big new feature. It's even in the announcement trailer for Overwatch 2 and on the roadmaps. They knew they'd canned it 12 months earlier, but they knew that's what people wanted, so kept putting it front and fucking center to get people's money, to get people to buy into the project. They took our trust and monetized it. What does Overwatch 2 actually offer then? What did they work on for those 2 years that was so important that they couldn't make content for Overwatch 1? The product people paid for and were supported. One, they overhauled the graphical engine. Before, Overwatch would play on a relatively low-spec computer and it'd be smooth. Now, it stutters and stammers in the fucking menus. They've added this weird, shiny plastic finish to everything in the world, heroes and environment alike. So before, heroes would pop against the background, be easy to follow. Now, everything has the same fucking texture to it, and it all merges into visual noise, especially at longer ranges. They've compensated for how bad this looks by adding lots of additional flashy effects and explosions that make it much harder to see anything amidst the chaos. A PvP game at this pace relies heavily on quick disambiguation of what you're looking at, so you can react and compete. And the new engine makes this fucking impossible without turning all the effects back off, meaning that the 2 years of development is for a feature best left fucking disabled. The new engine also has a weird slippery feel to it. Reviewers who played Overwatch for 50 hours came to Overwatch 2 and reported, it's the same Overwatch you love, but it's free to play now. Just ignore the monetization and you can play this great game for free. Established long-term players were thousands of hours were on Reddit complaining that their hitboxes were all over the place and shots that previously feel like a dead certain hit were just completely whiffing, and they didn't understand why. All the timings are messed up. Two, they reworked most of the heroes. Or, in a fancier way of saying it, they fucked up the balance so goddamn hard it went beyond recognition. Previously, one of the biggest appeals of Overwatch was that you could find a hero that suited your playstyle, main them, get good at whatever you suited you best. Some people like sniping or hit scan, running gun. Some people aren't good at reactionary aim and instead focus on positioning, tactics, strategy. You can make a big positive difference to your team by playing Lucio or Mercy and paying attention to your surroundings and positioning yourself in the right place at the right time to make the difference. With Overwatch 2, the damage and healing behavior has been reworked heavily. Now, the one tank on the team is insanely chunky, and it's near impossible to kill them quickly. With healer support, they can just stand in the line of fire and laugh. Everyone else dies almost instantly, regardless of who their aggressor is. Team Fire is now very one-note, with one tank who's in more have support, and you have 4 hit scan DPS characters following them. There's not a lot of difference between support and DPS characters anymore. Teams try to pick off the other team's DPS at the support character. When they pick a few off, they can pick the take objective from a beat. There's no room for variation in place at all. You have to play a DPS, try to kill the other team's DPS, or you play a tank and try to position correctly. Maybe pick off the enemy against it. I understand a lot of feedback levels that they more they want the game to for a large portion of the player base, safely, the appeal of the game is that you could just do something else. Man. Now, I agree with organization. I wonder why. Maybe guy isn't that good, huh? It's a long-standing argument that loot boxes are terrible, man. Overwatch was one of the few examples of loot boxes done right. Most of the players of the game actually that rewarded you for playing the game, and then you unlock whatever content you wanted relatively quickly. I started playing Overwatch the first anniversary, weekly boxes from the arcade every week, and at the launch of Overwatch, you owned every game. Those who didn't have time to invest in doing, you fuck. You messed up my pacing, goddammit!
I'm doing something. Hold on.
Wait. I owned every single item in the game. Those who didn't have the time to invest in doing everything could still quickly unlock specific items they wanted. And let's be honest, when you have your favorite skin, how much do you care about unlocking those skins? And those who didn't want to spend hours unlocking stuff, spend a the almost everything on your people. The minute no cosmetics on free or often insultingly simple recalls or minor alterations. But serious effort into skins that you can only buy for $20. Let me remind you, $20 each. That's not a fucking bundle. That's $20 minimum for every single legendary skin in the fucking game. The content you can unlock by grinding often feels like it only exists to drag you into interfaces that advertise the paid content for you. Even content from the first game that was originally fucking free is now paid only. Battle Pass system sucks. Pays for the opportunity to unlock stuff if you play a lot. They don't have time to pay us more or lose the stuff you already paid for, and the time deals, rotating shot, FOMO, fucking FOMO, inconsistent. Another thing, there was like discounts on legendary skins that marked them down to, oh hey look, this went from 30 to 20. It was a fucking lie. They were all originally $20 that just fucking gaslighted it. Now let me read 4, the worst, it's the second worst of this shit. Occasional DLC packs and PvE adventures. These are Blizzard's quote-unquote new approach to PvP. Occasional mission packs where you can get a little bit of story and PvE mission. You can pay in my UK currency for the £13 for the DLC pack, or £35, the cost of a fucking indie game, the ultimate one. So here's the thing. This content is the same amount of content and the same pace of release listeners. Now, instead of being a free event, get people excited about playing and encourage their friends to join up, now they're paid DLC. That's great, isn't it? It's wonderful. I love it. Nobody likes paying a regular subscription for a product that they previously owned completely. It doesn't make anyone like Adobe Photoshop, Microsoft Office, and it doesn't make anyone like Blizzard. So this is why people are quote-unquote review bombing your fucking game. You took something we paid for, supported and enjoyed for years, and now you lied to us about your fucking plans and turned it to trash. Now you're telling us to pay for features and content we previously enjoyed in the game we paid for. It's greedy, cynical, and manipulative. You've lost all of our trust. Also fire Bobby Kotick, because he's a fucking pretty little bitch.
Anyway, I have a little...
Of all the things he suggests, he wanted you to pay for maps. This is not Call of Duty. DLC don't fucking work like that. This is supposed to be a fucking competitive game as they marketed it later down the line. Overwatch League, remember that? I bet you fucking don't. Good. They want to market that shit. It is Overwatch. And now Bobby Kotick wanted you to pay like 20 million for it. Why is he here? Why? Really, anything about your life? Don't play this game. Yeah, no, that's. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Oops. Okay. Bye bye.